Didn't you know? Super Smash Bros. Melee is the second game in the competitive action RPG fighting game franchise Super Smash Bros., released shortly after Smash 64 for the Nintendo 64. Melee was created not only to be the best game in the franchise, a feat which fans unanimously agree has been achieved, but also the single greatest game to ever be created for the rest of eternity. While series creator Masahiro Sakurai had doubts about his ability to create the 8th world wonder, he fortunately was willing to do whatever it took to make his dreams a reality. After 2 years of non-stop programming, playtesting, loss of sleep, and selling his soul in exchange for tech skill, Sakurai managed to not only create the best game in all of history, but also the greatest form of deodorant deterrent. Melee is unlike any other game in the Smash series due to its seemingly limitless skill ceiling. Hidden within the game's coding are many techniques that can be utilized in what has become a large competitive scene. These range from casual level techniques such as wobbling and ledge dashing, to frame-perfect and practically TAS-only techniques such as pummeling and controller swapping. These techniques allow the player to turn the tides of what would otherwise be a hopeless fight, and have proved to be incredibly useful even at the top level. One technique that is less practical is moonwalking. Moonwalking was actually based on the dance move of the same name, made famous by the king of pop, Michael Jackson. It was meant to emulate the real-life move by being not only a unique movement option, but also very stylish. Now, despite popular belief, Super Smash Bros. Melee wasn't based on Smash Bros. 64. It was actually inspired by the legendary anime Dragon Ball Z. At the time of Melee's development, Dragon Ball Z was slowly becoming the most popular television show for young men in America. This popularity led to Sakurai asking the creator of the Dragon Ball manga, Toyotaro, to work with him in the development of Melee. And after many meetings, Toyotaro and Sakurai agreed on the final design of Melee that we all know and love. This included gravity updates, so that everyone would be able to move much faster, balancing patches, so that certain characters would be incredibly overpowered, and even a story mode. References to this stage of development are incredibly prevalent, ranging from the inclusion of Son Goku's orange gi as an alternative costume for Fox, to the addition of several playable anime characters. The references don't stop there though, they even went further beyond the 2D nature of the game and entered the 3D realm, having the game played at tournaments, similar to the Budokai Tenkaichi tournaments in the Dragon Ball anime. Many people were surprised by the addition of Dr. Mario as a playable character during Melee's release. But didn't you know that Sakurai himself wasn't expecting him to be in the roster? In the April Nintendo Direct of 2013, Sakurai admitted to having just learned of the existence of Dr. Mario. When asked about it in the Direct, he responded with the following. I was watching Winners Finals of Kings of Cali 2, and I was completely caught off guard. I initially had wanted Melee to have 24 characters, but apparently adding the stethoscope as part of an alternate costume for Mario somehow resulted in an Echo Fighter being made. The interviewer then asked Sakurai if he was aware that there are 26 characters, not 25, to which Sakurai burst into laughter before explaining that during development, a large bearded man wearing a green headband ran into the office, plugged a flash drive into his computer, and rebuilt the Melee ISO in GC Rebuilder. When he tested the game the next day, some random Pokemon was added to the roster. Sakurai immediately recognized the Pokemon and simply muttered under his breath, Gen 1er, before adding it to the Smash website's character list. One of the unique aspects of Melee is its highly developed tier list, which features both obviously true and horrifically false placements. The tier list was created by none other than Sakurai himself. Fans have frequently asked why Sakurai placed JigglyPuff so low on the tier list, when the best player in 2019 is a JigglyPuff player. The reason that Sakurai gave at E3 2019 was the following. The man who added JigglyPuff to Melee threatened to hold my family hostage if I revealed how broken of a character Jiggs is. He said something about wanting his opponents to sleep on the competition. I don't really understand it, he was a real crabby guy. While this may seem like a horrifying threat, Sakurai wasn't actually worried. He never saw his family anyway, and had already sold his soul away a long time ago. Didn't you also know that the main antagonist of the original Super Mario Bros., Bowser Koopa, was based off of the real-world brother of Nintendo of America president Doug Bowser? If you want to know more trivia on Mario and other obscure video game series, look out for the Didn't You Know Video Games episode on Super Mario Bros. And if you enjoyed this episode, remember to leave a like, and press the subscribe button to show support. If you want the chance to see episodes a week before their release, consider checking out the Patreon. And thank you to the patrons who are currently supporting the channel on Patreon. Don't forget to look out for new episodes of Didn't You Know Video Games. And, by the way, this has been Toph. What's up, guys? Super Smash Bros. Melee commentator. You guys should all go check out the reads. YouTube.com/thereads. Patreon.com/thereads. New episodes every Monday. Peace out, guys.